Welcome to the MLS Review Show. The storm clouds gathered as playoff desperation kicked in. Old friends clash, top teams collide, and every point matters. The MLS Review Show starts now. In a week where Jurgen Klinsmann called in 11 MLS players for upcoming U.S. friendlies, the weather wreaked havoc on the weekend schedule. With 3 games postponed to future dates, make sure to check out MLSsoccer.com for the complete and up-to-date schedule. MLS teams continued their good start in the CONCACAF Champions League. It started when Seattle went down to Mexico and beat the defending CCL champs on their home turf. Then Colorado was unlucky to give up a late equalizer in Honduras, but MLS sides remained undefeated. Wednesday night would see Dallas and Toronto go head-to-head, but after Dallas went up a goal, a long lightning storm caused the match to be abandoned. A full replay began Thursday morning, and Dallas put them back where they left off when new defender Jack Stewart scored just before halftime, which was enough for the win. LA hosted the Costa Rican champs later that night. 2 goals on either side of the half had the Galaxy coasting to victory. But a night where cards were easy to come by saw Juninho sent off late, forcing the Brazilian out of action for LA's next group game in Mexico. MLS action kicked off on Wednesday when Portland hosted Chivas USA. A win would catapult Portland right back into the playoff hunt, and the expansion side would get their lead off an Eric Brunner header. While Chivas applied some pressure late in the second half, they couldn't find the frame, registering the first loss of their 5-game road trip. Coming up, the Crew and Sounders square off in Seattle.
Hey, it's Charlie Davies with DC United, and you're listening to Extra Time Radio.
The Extra Time Radio podcast comes out every Monday and Thursday on iTunes and Buzzsprout. You can also listen to each episode at MLSsoccer.com/extratime.
We're a soccer podcast.
And I have no friends.
I like to tie my shoes.
Well, we'll get back to some women's evening wear talk.
You guys are too old. It's only for 8-year-old boys.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, this is your tweet of the week.
Janino's not going to win a game for you.
They're a sign of the apocalypse.
That's why he's here.
Fans, we want to hear from you. You're encouraged to email extratime at MLSsoccer.com or tweet at Extra Time Radio with any comments, questions, or reactions.
Welcome back. Houston looked to take down Vancouver on their way to the playoffs. But first, Seattle takes on the Eastern leaders. Saturday's action began with an afternoon bout between Seattle and Columbus. The Sounders were riding a good wave of form and a CCL victory into their 3-game home stretch. Rested from the midweek game, Mauro Rosales and Fredy Montero were ready to prove the West superiority. Columbus saw their stock rise in the East with a win over the Union last week, but a road match against the Western powerhouse would test the Crew. Julius James was serving a suspension, and with Eddie Gavin still out, Columbus would need finally fit Emilio Renteria to continue to drive the attack. Arlo White was at CenturyLink Field with all the action.
2 1-1 draws in 2009 and 2010, and we are underway here. Good pressing by Columbus Crew. But here goes Nagel again on the ball from Facito. Montero making a run down the centre. Nagel could go all the way here. Right foot drive, and it's going to go in! Could Hesmer have done better there? It doesn't matter. Seattle lead by a goal to 0. Rich Balchan in for the suspended Julius James, just could not knock him off the ball. Balchan's header goes straight to Rosales. First time ball, moves it quickly. Montero, he's clean through. Fredy Montero, will he shoot? He does, and it's wide. Here he is. Balchan, bounced awkwardly off him, it's a penalty. Let's take another look here. At the very last, Facito disappeared out the way, and it cannoned into both hands of Rich Balchan. Rosales steps forward, right-footed, and scores! Only 1 minute there. Rosales available down the right-hand side. Look at him motoring. James Riley on the overlap. Here's Riley to the byline. Cross comes in. Oh, it could be another one, it is! and they are being torn asunder here. Kudos to James Riley. And what a volley that is inside the near post by Lamar Nagel. The Sounders beat the Columbus Crew by 4 goals to 0 at Crew Stadium last year. Are we in for a repeat? With a good cross in. Mendoza off the top of the crossbar. Mendoza slamming that into the field turf. And I think Casey Keller relieved to see it go over the top. Down the right-hand side. Here's Mauro Rosales going to get a shot away. Miscontrols. Back into the penalty area towards Facito. Chance! Mike Facito! Super ball by Montero. Ball played back into the danger area. It wasn't dealt with between Hesmer and Marshall. And in nipped Mike Facito. Took it off their toes and prodded it into the empty net. A first goal since April the 17th, 2010. Gardner swings it long. Edge of the area. Renteria is in here. He didn't get hold of it, and it's a penalty. It's a foul by John Kennedy Hurtado. Yeah, let's take another look at this. Renteria into the area. Hurtado with a bit of a wild lunge. Cunningham on 133 MLS goals. Level with Jaime Moreno. Hands on his hips, Cunningham. 35 years old, steps up right-footed, and there's your record. Goal number 134 for Jeff Cunningham. Congratulations to him. He is the all-time leading scorer in Major League Soccer. Facito, nicely laid off to Freeberg. Options here for Eric Freeberg. Mauro Rosales has Montero inside. Rosales continues his run. Montero, what a save! Nagel on the left-hand side. Down the centre, Montero. Facito points to where he wants the ball. Lamar Nagel for the hat-trick! Oh, has it gone in? Has it gone in? I think it has, you know. They've given the goal. What a rasping drive this was. Let's look at it again. Over Hesmer, off the underside of the bar. Absolutely no doubt about it. You don't need goal line technology for that. That's the correct decision by the assistant referee. Here comes the shot. Oh, it's a fabulous goal. Let's take a look at this. Miranda gets out the way. It's a fizzing effort as well. Did it take a slight deflection off the wall? This will tell us. No, over the right shoulder of Mike Facito. And the Jabulani did a little dance there. Fernandez, left-hand side, the hat-trick hero, Lamar Nagel. First time ball into the centre, difficult to deal with. It's an O-goal! It's 6 for Seattle. And moments after scoring a fantastic free kick, Gardner concedes the OG in front of the Brougham end. It's a tennis score, 6-2. Game, set and match to the Seattle Sounders. We've had the 3 minutes. It's up to Baldomero Toledo, and he says that's enough. An historic afternoon at CenturyLink Field.
Houston was riding a 5-game unbeaten streak up the Eastern standings. With Vancouver sitting in last place, the Dynamo would be expecting 3 road points. Brad Davis hoped to continue the form that has made him the league's assist leader. The Whitecaps didn't seem to have much going for them. Bottom of the table and a rough schedule meant that Vancouver needed to step up and step up quick if they wanted to be more than a speed bump for playoff hopefuls. Luke Wildman and Jason DeVos had all the action from Empire Field.
Back here at Empire Field, the last time they played here, it was a 4-2 win over the Chicago Fire, one of their more complete performances of the season, certainly going forward for the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Tally Hall in goal set up his wall to try and defend that.
Here is Davide Cumiento, and that's not dealt with by the keeper. Did it cross the line? And in the end, Tally Hall just drops over. There were appeals from the Whitecaps players. There's a long-range shot. What an effort that was from Adam Moffat. And now Brad Davis, a little bit of space for Davis to pull the strings here. Brad Davis, saved in the end, unconventionally by Joe Cannon.
He skips inside there, bends it, he's trying to get it in and around that back post. It takes a deflection.
Now Brad Davis, the lone man standing in the way of this delivery from Cumiento. Here it comes, in towards the 6-yard box. Wonderful save from the keeper.
Good ball, and it just takes a touch there from Jarju. And the flick on, well saved by Tally Hall. Sees this very late, but he gets a big hand on that.
Nice play from Kofi to get away from Moffat and sends this one through for Hasley to chase onto. A tight angle for the Frenchman to work in. Joshua in the middle. Hastley goes for goal. Tally Hall makes the save.
Good positive play and a great ball from Kofi. Hastley gets on the end of it. Good bit of skill in the box to create the angle and a wonderful save.
Back it comes for Coriash. And headed in. Wonderful save. Long time. Tam with the ball down the left flank. Here's Shea Salinas with the Whitecaps. He scores! Shea Salinas with a late goal to give Vancouver the advantage against Houston.
The ball gets worked across. And Salinas plays it inside and then makes that following run. Good turn from Long Tan. Salinas just looks across the line there, stays on side. He's in across. Andre Haino can't get over. But Salinas takes a good first touch, sets himself, and then just passes the ball to the left of Tally Hall and into the back of the net.
It is full time at Empire Field. Shea Salinas with the only goal of the game. Late drama for the home fans to celebrate. Salinas with his first goal for the team. It is win number 4 for the season. Back-to-back home victories for Vancouver. And Houston's unbeaten run snapped at 5 games as the Whitecaps move up to 21 points.
Coming up on the MLS Review Show, Toronto and San Jose look to start one final push for the playoffs. Every week, MLSsoccer.com provides you the opportunity to select the Goal of the Week winner. You can choose between the 5 nominees directly on MLSsoccer.com on the AT&T Goal of the Week page. You can also send in your vote by texting the corresponding goal to code 22442. Winners are announced every Friday, so make sure you vote early and often, keeping in mind polls close at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time on Thursdays. Winners so far include Juan Agudelo of the New York Red Bulls, Javier Martina from Toronto FC, and O'Brien White of the Seattle Sounders.